to TriStar Digging. Appreciate you joining us today. We're going to be doing a little different video than we've normally done in the past, simply because I'm not in East Tennessee anymore. I'm actually in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I'm at the home side of IdigIt4, which is Davin, has a YouTube channel, IdigIt4. He does a forestry mulching on his channel and does a good job of it as well. He started his company and his YouTube channel about 3 years ago and has done a phenomenal job with both. He is well over 62,000 subscribers now, and his videos get thousands of views. He does a great job with that. We're actually at his home base this morning, and I came up here to see Davin because he uses that mulcher that he calls Munchy, and I was asking him some questions about that. Where's it made? You know, where can I get one of them? Where can I get some information of it? And just so happens, it turns out that there's a dealership in his hometown that sells that Prinoth Mulcher. So I made contact with that company and arranged to purchase one. And I drove up here to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina yesterday and picked this machine up. So this is Munchy's cousin. It's the same mulcher. Actually, his is red, this one's gray. It's an M450E, and it's a 900 series, which means it has a 35-inch drum on it. The 1090 has a 43-inch drum on it. It's a little bit bigger mower. So this is what they outfitted for the Cat 308. This is a machine they said would work well for it. So I'm looking forward to that. There's a few things we got to do to it when we get it home. I've got to have some ears welded onto the plate there so we can actually get a hold of it, because right now it's just an expensive paperweight. So we got to get those ears mounted on it. Got to get some hydraulics hose made for it. We'll cover all that in another video, getting this thing set up and actually putting it to use. But today I'm meeting with Davin here at his shop, and he's actually demoing a mower, a brush cutter that Quick Attach makes. It's called Mega Mower X, and they asked him at a trade show, he met with him, if he would be interested in demoing that machine. He said sure. So he got that couple days ago now, I think it is, and he did a full walk around of that machine, showing the specifications of it and what he thought of it so far. Hadn't used it yet at that point. When he gets here, we'll see what's up for the day, and I'll probably be here for half a day hanging out with him. And so I appreciate you tagging along. Let's see what today holds. All right, so we made it out the first job site, and I met up with Davin, and he's got his ASV. That might look familiar to you because Davin got that from John, Upstate Brush Control. So you've seen that. If you follow the brush cutting videos, you've seen this on John's videos as well, and then Davin's bought it. And then this is a machine that I was telling you about, the Quick Attach brush cutter. Davin's got that on demo, and he's going to give us a little bit of a just a brief description on this, but I'm also going to put a link in the description where he did a full walk around on this mower, and I'm also going to put an info card up on top of the screen so you can get a quick link back to that video as well. So what about this attachment, Davin?
So Quick Attach has been nice enough to let me demo this for a few weeks. This is their Mega Mower X. This is they've been developing this, designing and developing this before it even came to market for like 2 years. This is actually one of their prototypes, one of their early development prototypes that they're letting me demo. But there's not really any big differences between this one and the one that they're selling now. I think the only big difference is this reinforcement bar connects with this. Over here it's all like one piece, but other than that there's no real big difference. But this is a 72-inch brush cutter, not a mulcher. It's a brush cutter. We're going to be doing some mowing today out here on about a 5 or 6 acre lot, something like that. This one has the 150cc high flow piston motor in it. It's good for 25 to 41 gallons a minute, but they do make this in standard flow or low flow. So if you've got a machine that doesn't have high flow, they can put a motor on here that will run this with that flow capability. If you're running you know, around like the 20 gallons a minute or so off a machine, which is what most of them run off a low flow, they can hook you up with a motor that'll do that. But this one's hooked up for the high flow off the 120. I ran it yesterday in a lot over there at 30 gallons a minute, but this grass is a little taller, it's a little thicker. I think we're gonna run it about 35 gallons a minute today and see how it does. This thing's been pretty good. I used it for a couple hours yesterday, and I've been really impressed with it. I won't go into all the details on it. I'll let you put a link in that. But one thing I did try out yesterday, and we'll try this again today, is these things right here.
Those are great.
Dude,
that is great.
I put this in the video that I posted this morning, but these will shear a limb I sheared one about that big clean off a tree yesterday.
That's nice.
With it. So that's really cool. We'll do that again today. I sheared one off a Chinaberry tree down there, and it went right through it, which was really, really cool. So that's that. Out of this whole thing, that was one of the coolest things I've seen with this. The other thing, it's got this open back that I really like. You can see the back there is open. It lets all that grass, instead of balling up underneath the mower, it lets it all kind of come out the back, keeps the mower running efficiently. So it rained last night. This stuff is wet, it's thick, so we're really going to figure out, you know, today if this thing can run through it. But yeah, they've been nice enough to let me demo this thing, and it's been as advertised so far. So I'm gonna jump in really quick. I'm gonna clean up that ditch over there on the street, and then I'm gonna let you run it, and I'm gonna get the drone out and follow you around with the drone for a bit.
All right, cool. That's
anything else you want me to go over?
What do you think about that ASV you got from John?
So far I really like it. You can't beat the ride in it. If you're running a hard suspension bottom machine and you're doing forestry work, you'll get in one of these and drive around and you'll never want to go back, because it just feels like you're floating.
Kind of like a Cadillac, huh?
It is. It really is. It's so comfortable. The cab's a little small. I wish the cab was a little bigger. That's something that they have fixed in the new 135 Max Series cab. The cab is a little small, a little tight in there, but for forestry, this is your baby. And I've been pretty pleasantly surprised with how it does grading work too. It's actually not too bad for grade work as well. But if mulching and mowing and forestry work is your deal, this or the RT75 is definitely a really good way to go.
I've talked about Davin before in other videos, but I'm really impressed with what he's done in 3 years' time. You know, he started out with a brush cutter and a John Deere skid steer, similar to the way I started out. And man, it's just impressive what he's done, not only with his business, but also the YouTube channel. And he's doing very well. So I'm very impressed with what he's able to do. So he's gonna get this machine off now, and we're gonna go to work. Davin's made a few laps with that thing now, and it has done actually a pretty good job on that grass. Pretty impressed with how that's cutting that grass. Of course, those blades are real sharp too. But that's kind of like the kryptonite of a brush cutter, is thick, heavy grass, and especially vines. But that quick attach seems to be doing really well with it. How's it handling up in that wet grass?
Oh, dude, this thing is not even slowing down.
Doesn't even bogging it down, is it? Of course, you ain't gonna bog that ASV down anyway, right?
I'm only running it 35 gallons a minute, and it's not even bogging.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, you still, like, this is some thick grass.
Oh, yeah.
And it rained last night. It's wet, you know.
Without throwing my mulcher, or without throwing my brush cutter in under the bus, it wouldn't do very well with this.
Really?
No.
Wow. Yeah, this thing it's having no problem.
It looks like Batman's brush cutter with that hood on it there, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Kind of looks like that thing, the beak, that you've seen, seen some other guys using. That thing works great for concrete, that beak thing does.
Yeah. All right, Sam's gonna try to shear the branch off this gum tree right here. He wants to see that saw on the end of that thing in action. If you can't take that one right there, you go. Nope, almost. There you go. There you go. One more. Almost. That's so awesome.
trip on the RSV, and that brush cutter did a really fantastic job. And appreciate Davin letting me come up and try that thing out. And
oh yeah,
appreciate all the leads too. He really helped me out trying to pick what mulching head I needed. That Prinoth mulching head is going to work great. And this morning he took a lot of time this morning, went over in detail on little Munchie, on what to do and how to take care of it and look after it. So I really appreciate Davin having me up today. And I'm either going to need directions home because I have no idea where I'm at, or I'm going to ask him for a job. So y'all stay tuned and see what happens with that. Davin, any closing words on all that?
No, man, I just appreciate you coming down, hanging out with me. That was pretty cool. I know it was probably what, like 10 hour drive for you?
7.5.
7?
8. Yeah, 8.
Yeah. That's not too bad. Did you go through Atlanta?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's at least 6.
Yeah.
That's where I used to live for a few years. But yeah, it was a good time. I was glad to put you in another machine and see how you like it compared to your cat. And yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I know you were having fun out there. I could tell you were having fun running that thing.
Yeah, that was that machine is a Cadillac. The ride is impressive. It really is, how smooth that thing rides. And that would work real well doing dirt work instead of getting beat to death on something else. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks.